John Scales is with me, former Liverpool, Wimbledon, Tottenham, and most importantly Bristol Rovers centre-half.
Right,
of course, England as well. You faced Ronaldinho in an England match at Wimbledon. Wimbledon? At Wembley.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later.
I don't think he played at Plough Lane back in the day.
On a wet
that
Tuesday.
would have been probably the pinnacle of his career.
So here are the teams. No changes, I'm told, from the original lineup. So Bukasa, White, Gumo, some very interesting names. Omaru, Brown, Morgante, Dujak, Ilash, Abimbola, Chukwuma and Kamezi are our starting 11. This is under 12s, of course, so they're going to play, I believe it's... We don't actually have the official stats in front of us, so from memory, I think it's 35, but John might correct me, it could be 30. They certainly play a shortened game, and it's on a smaller pitch. And here is the Chantry Middle School lineup. Hutchinson in goal, Smith, Wright, Hurrigan, Anderson, Henry is the captain, Lockwood, Pritchard, Burrows, Taylor and Roche. Ben Ord is the manager. So underway, and John Skills, it's lovely to see you. What a great day for a game of football here.
Oh, it's stunning, isn't it? I mean, we've had great weather over the last couple of weeks, and it's no different today. Start off the week, Monday. Lovely drive down here from London to this fantastic stadium. Know it so well now. We've been so fortunate to host this event here on several occasions. And probably as fine a condition the pitch I've seen, considering the season has finished. They've got the work to do it on over the summer, ready for pre-season, but immaculate conditions for the players to be down there. And what a moment for them, having reached this stage. They'll be out there, the nerves, like anybody playing in a national final, will be intense for all of them. Some good work here. Oh, he's offside. Oh. No, the flag's up.
Flag is up.
Very quickly as well, correctly. What a chance. Just finding their feet in these early stages of this game, the two teams. Temperature will be rising out there fairly quickly. Chilly start to the day, but already heading towards 10 o'clock. Here they have another chance. Oh, another fine save. I think that's Abimbola with a great strike. Just got away from his marker down that left-hand channel. And Jola Abimbola testing the keeper, but Hutchinson equal to it. Corners coming in. Oh, just the glance. Hands on the heads. They knew that was another chance. So really got to say St John's Senior School just getting the upper hand in these opening minutes of this game. Oh, there's a chance. Oh, not quite pulled back well enough. Got the better of the defender. And that was a great chance for Chantry School. First real time that they've broken forward. Being able to penetrate this back line of St John's. Shrugged off the challenge and then, well, it was 2v1. Keeper did well, but it was made relatively easy for him.
And there's number 7, Alfie Lockwood, going off. And I don't know, he's looking a bit upset with himself. I don't know if he's actually got an injury, and that's an enforced change there rather than a tactical.
Yeah, it looks like he's got a knock, doesn't he? Just looks a bit groggy, doesn't he?
Yeah. There is an opportunity here. Abimbola is looked so threatening, and he scored the first goal here at the Madejski Stadium. And this man looks very good indeed. It's Yola Abimbola who scores the first goal for St John's. What a cracking goal it was. The crowd are loving this. There's a decent turnout here from St John's. And Abimbola, well, he's looked threatening all the way through. And it's fair to say, John, that this is probably a deserved first goal for St John's.
Well, I think it is. They've been in the ascendancy. You don't think he's going to have a chance from that angle. I mean, I think it's Poppy Pritchard pushes him wide. Second time he's been down in that left-hand channel. So they've had the little warning signs. As we see that one drift over the bar. Bukasa in goal there, just seeing that one by. But you got to say, Jola Abimbola, the warning signs were there for Chantry.
Yeah.
But what a finish. Tight angle. Went to that near post again. Hutchinson was equal to it the first time, just a few minutes ago, but
yeah.
not on that occasion. In off the post. They take the lead. Got Josh Elash just holding the ball up. And then he's got the willing runners. No more so than Abimbola. Here is Elash again. Plays the ball out wide, and they sweep forward with numbers really, really well. They've got a good system. They've got three at the back, sort of one holding in front. And then this sort of diamond in midfield. And Elash leading the line, and it's quite fluid. It's worked really well for St John's at the moment, and Chantry have got to work that out.
Lovely skills from Burrows there. Again, St John's just sheer numbers in midfield are swamping the play. Poppy Pritchard, solid challenge there. A couple of players just going down. Can't believe it. The state of the pitch is absolutely wonderful. I was at Anfield last Tuesday and just couldn't believe how amazing the pitch looked. You wouldn't believe a season had been played on it. There's a shot from distance. And it was a little bit different from your day, wasn't it, John, where it was like mud and... Oh, we're going to have a quick look at this goal here. John, the thing that I noticed, and you possibly spot, he hits it so early. Look at this. He doesn't like... Some players would have maybe done one more touch. He actually hit it first time, knowing that if he left it, he'd have a worse angle. So he you know, that's a good centre-forward instinct, isn't it?
Oh, it's brilliant. And, you know, he had that sighter, if you want to call it a sighter, early on. That, as I said, the goalkeeper saved. That time, he came under a good challenge from Poppy Pritchard. Really was a robust challenge, and he rode the challenge well. Had the sort of touch into space, and as you say, really let go very quickly. And here he goes, knocks it into space, and he's away again.
Superb skills from Abimbola. Chantry did well, good save from the keeper there. We'll have a quick look at that in a second.
Well, I think that now puts the game in a different perspective, because now they really do realise the sheer pace that he's got there.
Yeah. Those long legs are certainly going fast, aren't they?
I mean, Daniel Horrigan came across, thought he was there, and suddenly Abimbola was away.
Nathaniel Hutchinson, cracking save in the end, actually, because it was one of those typical one-on-ones that he came out, made himself big, and Abimbola put his hands to his head. He felt possibly he should have scored there, but the keeper did a good save and has possibly kept his team in it. Still just the one goal here. Chantry yet to have a serious shot on goal. That's a superb tackle. Oh, John, you would have been proud of that one in your day.
That was a great challenge, and it's what they've done well.
Just watch this again. Number 10, look, what a tackle that was.
Yeah, timed it to perfection, played the ball, referee right on hand, and averted the danger, because Chantry, you know, they're just one goal down. They're a little bit ragged, got to be honest. They've just got to get the ball down, get the composure, start to pass the ball around.
Yeah, and you've got to remember, you know, this is the under 12s, so these kids are, you know, 10, 11 years old, and it's phenomenal to see the skills on display here. So these guys are very, very talented. Lovely skill. What a ball that is inside.
Yep.
Whereas there's other players like maybe Grobbelaar, for example. Did you play with Bruce?
No.
No, he wasn't.
No. David James. Well, here he is, Alfie Elash away. Good save.
It's a goal for Joshua Elash. The keeper made the first save, but yet again it's the Chantry defence has been cut through, and it's the long run from midfield, and Elash puts this one home, John.
Yeah, he's been really good, I think, Josh Elash. You know, as much as the plaudits were going to Abimbola with the opening goal, I think Josh Elash has really led the line well, and there he was. He took the ball around Oregon, pushed it past him, relied on his pace in the first instance, bore down on the keeper, and although Hutchinson did well with the first save, couldn't do much about the rebound. Fell nicely and invitingly back to Josh Elash to put it away, 2-0 up.
Here's a goal again.
There you see just that burst of pace, wasn't it? And a good touch here.
That was the old Cantona move, wasn't it? Flicked it with the outside of his foot, went the other way.
Lovely.
Yes, it's but that was actually a good example, wasn't it? And this is the thing, you know, that David used to come out and try and command the box, sometimes put himself in no man's land a little bit, and would then leave an open goal for, as happened in the FA Cup final, for Cantona to put it into an empty net.
But your point is you want, that's really good work, isn't it, down the line from Lewis Henry, captain.
Beautiful.
And again, I think was that Chukwuma coming across again, those long legs.
Looks a very accomplished player, doesn't he?
Round 7, they got back to home, and Henry and Pritchard with a 2-0 win over Wolverhampton Grammar School.
This is the Chantry lineup. Here's a chance here, John, for a second. Good defending. So that was the Chantry road to the final. They've scored a lot of goals in the early rounds. It was only a 1-0, wasn't it, at the very end?
Yeah, but it's important to get to the final, navigate your way there.
So here's Harrison Dudziak with the corner, swings it in well, nicely cleared, and here's a chance for Chantry to go on the break, and that's a wonderful ball, box to box. So here's an opportunity now, and Chantry have scored. Lewis Henry, the captain, has got Chantry back into this match, and well, that's a celebration. He was so far away, it took some of his fellow players a good 10 seconds to get up to him. He was truly on his own. He only had one option. As we see on this replay, there was only one option here: score.
It's a brilliant ball from, is it Cillian Burrows, number 9. They were playing a high line. St John pushing up, not offside, just held his ground on the halfway line. Shot coming in, Josh Elash. But a superb ball over the top.
Just watch this again. That's
Lewis Henry onto it in a flash. One touch with his left foot. Sets himself up brilliantly. And what a finish that is.
Yeah. If there was ever a perfect example, John, and we watch this again, that one touch was absolutely brilliant, wasn't it? He put it exactly where he knew he needed to shoot. Yeah,
that's as good as it gets. And it's always that first touch which either makes the situation right for you or makes it completely wrong.
Oh, here's Abimbola, threatening again, and just wide of the post. St John's threatening time and time again.
No, it's just blistering pace, isn't it? And the difficulty is when you're defensively like that and faced with somebody with that sort of pace, you don't know whether to go tight, you don't know whether to drop off. Very, very awkward, very difficult.
Yeah.
If the centre half pushes in, that string would pull the fullback in alongside and slightly deeper. The other centre half pulled in narrow, and the other one. Yeah. And then when he drops back in, the line can go loose, and you sort of have that width. Yeah. And so those things are great practice sessions for any age group of players.
Well, this game is an absolutely fascinating moment, and Poppy Pritchard, I really like this girl. She's really got something about her, but she's been outpaced here because Abimbola, well, he's outpacing everybody.
Yeah, he's got the pace to go past anybody, and I think you just said Poppy there on the right-hand side did really well. I think as did, was it Will Smith, who was sort of tracking back there as well at the far post.
There's players like yourself, and Souness and Rush, and top players at their time. And anyway, we'll have that discussion another time. It is a different play. He's offside there. But the point I was going to make was Linesman's still got his flag up. Referee's saying play on, I think. Linesman's flag is staying up, and referee says I'm happy. So that was a play on, and that was a legitimate chance. I think it's. I don't think they've got headsets on, so it needs to be a little bit of old days sign language.
I mean, this is where Chantry have got to get to grips with things. Strike again, lifts the ball over for the far post, and you can see how quickly St John's are onto the ball.
Yeah, so really are swarming up front. It is pretty much a 4-2-3. Well,
and sitting deep, so
half time is here. 30 minutes on the clock. And Chantry, well, in noticeable, a few of the kids on the Chantry team are sort of geeing themselves up. They know that they've just been through it, and the Chantry coach is actually applauding his team. He knows they've absolutely put in a shift there to stay in this match. It's a really good competition where you do get the smaller schools have a chance to get to major finals. Of course, there are massive schools out there where just have a deep pool of players. So, you know, we're talking about classes here where, you know, they literally have got sort of 20, 30 players to choose from, and these are the 10. Yeah. And to consider that there's a class there with these 10 players is pretty good going, isn't it?
No, it's great to have a competition so specific for small schools, because you're right, the talent pool is just completely different to the bigger schools.
Here's an opportunity down the left. Abimbola again looking so threatening. Yep. And this time 2 players on him. And I just wonder if that maybe is a change from Chantry, that they've realised that he's one of the danger players. And it was noticeable. 2 players on him straight away, 1 behind, 1 tight.
Yeah, and I think, you know, they have left themselves a little bit too exposed of 1v1 with the likes of Abimbola.
Oh, what a goal that is from distance. and it's Lewis Brown. What a shot this is. And that's caught everybody by surprise, including the commentators. We were all expecting the cross back in, but Brown puts it straight into the top corner. And what a goal for St John's this is, John.
Well, it's emphatic, isn't it? Header out. Look at them. They close down. What a shot that is. Oh, keeper can do nothing about it. Lewis Brown on the books of Arsenal.
Let's have another look at this.
Oh, it's cleared well. You don't think they're really too sort of slow out, but he's walking. He's coming backwards, and to be able to hook it back takes the goalkeeper by surprise. He knows what an absolutely vital goal that is, because at 2-1, obviously Chantry were right in it. We've just been having a whole long discussion about, you know, how the game could go and how it could unfold in this second half.
99% of players would have just put that into the box.
Yeah.
Would never have even thought about the shot.
No, you just lump it back in there.
Here's a big chance now. Here's Abimbola. Oh, he's miscontrolled. Just a bit scrappy there. It could have been a shout for a penalty. Abimbola's asking the referee. It's still loose. And eventually goes wide off a defender. Just manic defending at the back there for Chantry.
Yeah, I think Jack Anderson did really, really well. Launches one up front. Nice little touch. Lewis Henry.
Pritchard out, looking out left. Here's a chance for Chantry. That's a great ball in from the. Oh, it's off the crossbar. What a shot that was, and Chantry so close to getting back into this game.
Well, that's cruel, isn't it? Bruce Smith came in at the far post. A superb ball across the box. I'm not sure. I think it might have been Alfie Lockwood was just trying to get on the near post. Fell to Bruce Smith. Here you go. Pritchard, the ball into space. Lovely ball down that side. Alfie Lockwood pulls it back, squares it. Oh, what a strike that is.
Bruce Smith, beautiful strike indeed.
Very unlucky. And
it was nearly put in the middle of the 6-yard box as well. There was a player coming in with a long stride and just missed out.
Roll it out here wide.
Daniel Horrigan comes off. Just have a little breather. It is what is it? Nearly 10 o'clock here.
Brilliant.
Here's a chance. Abimbola is away. Nobody's going to catch him. Can he finish? Oh my goodness! Can he finish indeed? What a goal! St John's go 4-1 ahead, and there's hugs all around. The coach is on the pitch, and every player comes in to huddle what is a very popular player, and no wonder with those skills. Abimbola, this is a wonderful finish.
All right, this is all about Harrison Duziak on the ball there. Brilliant, brilliant in midfield. Great touch, great awareness, superb vision. Lovely little touch from Abimbola. Gets it away, but here it is.
That was superb, wasn't it? Absolutely superb. But Chantry going to give it everything. Here's another look at this.
Lovely touch there. Two great feet there to go around the player and then have the awareness of the run of Abimbola. Again, like we talked about, nice touch from, I think it was Lewis Henry.
So 20 minutes to go here in his under-12 Small Schools Cup final. St John's Senior School from Enfield in North London up against Chantry Middle School from East Northumberland, who've had a fair journey even just to come here for the final. The Enfield surely would have stayed in a hotel last night. It was probably the Enfield lads. I don't know, with the M25 these days, maybe needed a hotel as well. Poppy Pritchard has just gone off to have a breather. She's been on the whole match, so she's putting a real shift out there.
Well, I've just starred her for one of my candidates of player of the match. She really has been very, very good. One with Lewis Henry, another one in midfield. Really towering performances out there. Chantry, the character they're showing against a team that, you know, really sort of dominated this match from the off.
Yeah.
You look for character. You look for players out there to stand up, to keep their confidence high, to keep pushing forward, and that's the very, very pleasing sort of thing to see. Heads haven't dropped.
Oh, Abimbola gets another shot in.
Well, that was for his hat-trick. And I've got to say, the keeper did brilliantly, because I think it was his left hand that just touched that. And so for me, that's a great save. It was brave, came out. We'll have to have another look at it, see whether he did get a touch, but with Abimbola on the form he's in, bearing down on you, keeper comes out and that arm goes up, and that's a great, great save.
Interesting, looking at the goal scorers list, Joshua Elash, number 8, he scored 15 goals for his team, and Mr. Jola Abimbola, who's looked threatening all the way through, has actually only scored 5, so he's got 2 in this final.
Yeah.
Maybe he's not played in a few of them, perhaps, I don't know, but you would have thought it was the other way around based on how we're seeing this game go.
Yeah, I've been very, very impressed with Josh Elash, how he's led the line, and he's been on most of the game, if not all of it. Really, really good. And Abimbola coming from that sort of wider left area. You know, we see so often in the modern game these sort of players that score goals, influence games, could be a striker, but they play in the wide area. They know the defensive duty they've got to do as well. He's done that brilliantly today. You know, huge credit to both the left and the right hand side. It's gone in.
Absolutely blasted the corner straight in at the goalkeeper, who wasn't aware.
Yeah.
And it's 5-1, and it's the number 10 for St John's. Sorry, not the number 10. We'll get his number in a second. Here it is again. It's Lewis Brown, the number 5.
Yeah, it's the captain
his
again.
second goal. So 2 goals and a yellow card. And, well, that says something when you've got the confidence to say, you know what, I fancy having a pop-up goal here. There was no doubt that was a deliberate shot. That wasn't to miss it. And St John's now striding away in this final. That says something for a player to have such confidence to actually have a go at a shot from a corner.
Well, you can just see the bags and bags of confidence that he's got. And you know, he's on the books of Arsenal, as is Harrison Duziak. And you can see, you know, the confidence that they've got out on the pitch in their ability.
Just see this again.
You know, very little the goalkeeper can do about that. It's come horribly whipped into the near post.
I don't see a player there who's having. Every player has got some real skill. Every player's got ability. There's nobody if you were the opposition coach for either team, there's nobody you would say, look, concentrate on him because he looks a bit dodgy.
Yeah. No.
And that's absolute testament to these two teams. And this is why these two teams have made it to the final.
Yeah.
From over, I think it's about 700 teams have entered this.
It's phenomenal, the journey and the route here. The culmination of having a fantastic occasion out here at Madejski Stadium on a superb pitch. There's a chance for
Elash. Oh my goodness, what a chance. And how wonderfully taken that was. Josh Elash scores his second of the match. And, well, you get a one-on-one, and you just decide, well, I'll just pop it into the top corner.
What's that, 17 for the season in this competition, is it?
17 for the season, absolutely.
I mean, that's a great return.
Yeah, but again, it's your man number 7, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, he's just been brilliant, Harrison Dudziak. Really has been brilliant. I think he's been instrumental in everything good. I'd love to know how many assists he's had out of the 6 goals.
Yeah. It's great to see this being played on such a superb pitch, such as the Madejski. We were at Derby County last year. In fact, we got rained off in the final match, which was pretty unusual. But, pitch here is looking,
wasn't it?
Yeah, that was amazing. The rain absolutely came down. Here's another replay of that goal.
It's just a nice touch, acute angle, whips it across the keeper, which every coach will tell you always go for that far post. Normally low and hard. That one was high but hit with pace. Second goal for Elash, and he's led the line brilliantly. He really has, because he's allowed Abimbola, Dudziak to come past. Gabriel Morganti over there. He's sort of done really, really well. We've hardly mentioned Gabriel Morganti, but he's done a brilliant job on the right-hand side. Played a lot of the game, filled in, worked tirelessly up and down.
And that's the thing with football, John, that you highlight so well. It's okay, you may have your star players, but for every Cantona, there's somebody behind him who's cleaning up and letting Cantona do his magic.
And here he is on the ball. I don't think I've mentioned his name once, but he's been really, really good. Is he offside? No, he's just onside. Elash.
Yes, that was a lovely
back
ball.
in again. Harrison deserves a goal. Well, if anybody does, Harrison Dudziak deserves a goal. Breaking forward now, being able to, I think, with 6 goals in the bag, break forward. They're playing with a little bit more freedom, I suppose.
Yes, lovely play in. In fact, two of the sort of unspoken players getting involved there. Reserve goalkeeper is now on for St John's. And John, this is a good time. Here's the time. Man of the match, go on.
Well, listen, I mean, you've got 2 goals each for Abimbola, Elash,
and
Lewis Brown. I mean, phenomenal goal scoring, but I think it's the man in the middle, Harrison Dudziak. He's been superb throughout this game. A major creative force, had the discipline to keep his shape at all times. And I think a really, really exceptional performance from him. Don't know what his stats are on the contribution, assists and the goals, and that's nice to get a consolation there. It's Burrows. He's been off the pitch for a while. He's come back on again. They get that second goal.
Yeah, Sully and Burrows there. It's a muted celebration.
Well, naturally, yeah.
They know the game is over, but this was nice play, and this ball here, Pritchard involved again, and then hit this back post, and they're queuing up to score.
Yeah, Pritchard has done brilliantly. She really has put in a huge amount of effort. Lewis Henry, I think, has been exceptional. He's been really, really good in the middle of midfield.
There's another angle.
There it is, just the ball released. Little touch out, good feet, pulls it back. And there, just the composure. All round, excellent goal.
I think Lewis Brown there was having a little breather, fair to say, in midfield, and he put his hands out to say what was going on there. Actually, it's probably you. He's, in fact, it looks like he's been deliberately moved up. He's almost gone to a 3-3-2 now of St John. And goalkeeper's getting involved with his own defender there. Could be a chance, good save. Pritchard and Brown. Obviously not happy that his team are under a little bit of pressure here, but this is a good save from the goalkeeper.
Well, it is a good save. not happy with that challenge. I think the defender comes back up. Decent. Could he have caught it? Pushed it wider? Anyway, they've averted the danger.
Lewis Brown does well there, but yes, we are in the final throw, so just 5 minutes to go. Brown's miskicked that,
wow.
and it's another goal. It's Poppy Pritchard. She's deserved it. She's been so good throughout this game. And, well, Chantry suddenly is starting to say, look, let's get back quickly. Is it possible? Really?
Could it?
3 goals?
Could it be?
What was it in the Champions League last year? Was it Barcelona and Paris Saint-Germain? 3 goals in the final 3 minutes?
Anything's possible. Poppy Pritchard, brilliantly. They're standing absolutely like statues in the middle of the goal. Poppy Pritchard takes full advantage of it. Gets in brilliantly at the far post. Cuts across everybody, pokes it home.
Yeah.
Well,
maybe this is the little, we talked about at half time, maybe St John's running out of speed, energy a little bit. Maybe they've just hit the wall. Although Abimbola looks as if he's run through it. He's still got energy to burn.
Well, it's like I was saying, I think, at the start of the second half, it's funny how these games go. It's very difficult when you have got the impetus with you. Just hits the post, just goes wide, I think. That's Josh Elash. But just how the game goes. But just back on that man there in shot, just going out. Superb performance in midfield. The touches he's had, the ability to go past players, the vision that he's had to, one, release the ball at the right time, but also the run of the players. Dujiak off the ball. Fine performance.
Yeah, I remember last year. The save of the tournament was the defender who saved it with his face. Remember?
Oh yes, I do now.
He put himself on the line.
Yeah,
knew he put his hands behind his back and hoped it was going to hit something. Well, it did.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
It's not as pretty as he was.
Let's see what we have this year. Heroics.
Yeah. I don't think there's nothing that stood out yet. I'm going to make a call. I don't think there's anything that stands out as a goal of the tournament. Well, the clock's gone red. We are into added time. Referee's had a little look at his linesman. He could well blow on this kick. We have had a couple of stoppages, but no, there we will. Whistles to the mouth any second now. And the match is over. And St John's Senior School from Enfield, the coaches shake hands. They have taken this under-12 Small Schools Cup Championship for 2017-18, and emphatically so, a 6-3 victory over a very talented Chantry Middle School. They can certainly go home to Northumberland with their heads held high.
Yeah, they really can. Never really in the game after those 2 goals in the second half. Early on, went from 2-1 to 4-1 very quickly. Kill the game in many ways. I mean, superb for them to come back and score those 2 later goals to make it respectable at 6-3. But you've got to say St John's really in control of the game. Great performance from them. Some superb individual performances. They stand out obviously from Abimbola with the opener and then making it 4-1. Josh Elash, I thought, led the line brilliantly. Lewis Brown, the captain, 2 goals. Number 5 sat in front of the back 3. Superb again, but my man of the match, Harrison Dujiak, I thought was excellent in making just this team tick. And all, of course, the rest of them. Goalkeeper, Bukasa, Josh White, Aston Gumal, Omiru. Some really good performances all round, and Gabriel Morgante in the substitute. So, coach will be very, very pleased with that performance, but take nothing away from Chantry Middle School. Excellent performance. Great character shown throughout. Really enjoyed that opener.
Okay, well, let's have a little look at the goals. There was a lot of them, 9 goals. Let's go back to the start and talk us through these. This is the first goal.
Well, great challenge there from Poppy, but he holds it off brilliantly, doesn't he? Jolo Abimbola, he'd had a chance a couple of minutes before, similar position. Keeper had made a great save. And then Josh Elash, who leads the line, I thought was excellent. Another good save, but could have gone anywhere. Falls back into the path of Josh Elash, makes it 2. And here, Kilian Boras, great ball over the top, and what composure this is. Lewis Henry, lovely touch, smashes it past the keeper, and they're right back in the game here at 2-1. Huge credit. Lewis Brown falling backwards, leaning back, the captain. What about that for a goal? That made it 3-1. 4-1 Abimbola. But watch this. For me, the player of the match, lovely touches. Harrison Jujiak releases the ball. He's away. Abimbola, you couldn't give him space on this left-hand side. They often did. Lovely touch, lovely composure. Draws the keeper in. Lewis Brown taking that free kick, smashing into the near post. Then Elash. Jujiak releasing the ball. Good strength, wasn't it, there from Lewis Brown. Bang, across the keeper, can do nothing about it, into that far post. 6-1 Elash, and the game's over. Or is it? You've got to say, Pritchard, brilliant run, lovely touch, good strength. And there's the ball pulled back.
Yeah.
And Burrows back on, having had a rest. And the third one, Poppy Pritchard, the most deserved goal of the day, I think. Superb. Applauds, I think, her endeavour, her proudness in her performance, and brings some respectability to the scoreline. 6-3. Some lovely goals, some lovely action from the first half. First game of the day under amazing conditions here. Beautiful weather here at the Madejski Stadium.
One more time, please, a Chantry, ladies and gentlemen. And now, about to take their place as winners of the game. Give it up, you know who it is. The players from St. John's, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, girls. And again to award the trophies, Alan Aston, chairman of the ESFA. Congratulations, guys. A huge round of applause to Alex Butter, Joshua White, Aston Gormel, Zachary Omeru, Gabriel Morgante, Harrison Zaziak, your man of the match, Joshua Elash, Yola Andilola, Ralucci Shukwama. And give it up, there's your captain, that's Lewis Brown and sit down. Lewis Morona and Joshua Lindo. Ready for those last cheers, guys, they're about to raise it. There he is!
Alex and Jason, the coaches of the St. John's victorious team here today. Just quickly, Jason, give me your emotions today.
Absolutely buzzing. All 10 matches to get to this stage. Wanted to finish it off with a good result. We did. We played all our substitutes, which I was pleased about, and we played magnificent and 2 cracking goals. Yeah. Awesome goals. At half time, we had to give a bit of a pep talk to a couple of the players, and he'd come out and got man of the match. So I think that hopefully helped him. But yeah, I'm so proud of the boys. They deserve every credit for this. They've turned up in a stadium, nervous, all of us, but actually turned up on the day. So proud. Well done, St. John's.
Oh, absolutely fantastic, absolutely. Alex, one of the things that John Scales up in the commentary box mentioned, you've got top players all the way through. So you may have had 3 players that were all hunting the hat-trick, scored 2 goals each. But, you know, he gave the man of the match to somebody who didn't score goals but was setting them up left, right and centre. And that was one of the big strengths of your team today.
Well, one of the positive things about our team is that everyone puts in 100%. And as coaches, that's all we can ask for. I mean, every single one of them, from the subs to the players, have just been an absolute pleasure to teach all year. And for them to come here and they've all done themselves justice, which is what we asked for. And I just wanted to say a big thank you to all of the parents that came, all of your support the whole year, and thank you to the prep school and the third formers and the second formers that came. It means a lot to us, it means a lot to them, and it means a lot for our school. So yeah, it's an amazing feeling.
One of the things that John Scales also noticed, you've only got this competition is for less than 65 or less pupils in a year. If you can put out 11 like that out there, every player was a really good player on that pitch. You just, this year was just one of those years where you had a real good pool of players, wasn't it?
Absolutely, and long may it continue, and hopefully we're here for the next 5 years. That's what I want.
Well, we'll see you next year for the under-13 final, boys. Well done, congratulations.